What's up guys, Max Tech Toy Box here, and today we're doing a video review and unboxing of the Shark IQ robot. So I have had this device for a little over probably a month and a half, and I figured I'd go ahead and share my thoughts. So as always, first things first, let's kick things off with the unboxing. So now that we've done that video unboxing, let's talk about the most important aspect of any product that I review, and that is the price. So I was able to pick this up for about $550 from BestBuy.com. It was on sale. I think normally it's advertised for around $599 on either Shark's website or Best Buy. Let you guys be able to do that research. But that usually is the average price that I was seeing online. So now let's talk about some of the pros of the device. Now, I don't want to turn this too much into a video comparison, but we do have to make sure that we are being responsible and that we're comparing value of what this product offers in comparison to other products that offer the same sort of feature set, okay, and the price point. So remember, this product is $550, let's say on average $600, okay? So this does have home automation, right? It is Wi-Fi enabled, and you can link it to a voice assistant such as Google Assistant or Amazon Echo. You can control this directly from the application. The application is decent in its feature set. You can look at the history, you can look at the dates and see what part of the home was cleaned on such and such date. Also, once you have the home mapping feature, once it has fully mapped your home, you can actually set up rooms, which is pretty cool. It does have a feature for you to set up schedules as well for when you want it to clean. And then also there's different modes upon which the vacuum can run, whether it's a normal mode, an eco mode, then it's like a heavier mode. I forget exactly what it's called, but it just increases the suction power. So the app is fairly intuitive. It's pretty good. Also can send you notifications if your Shark robot is on an uneven surface or it encounters an error. It will send you a notification, so pretty good. Now talking more so about the actual device itself, it does come with a mapping module, right? It has a bunch of proximity sensors to make sure that it's not running into things. It does have the self-cleaning brush roll, which is pretty cool, just to make sure that hair doesn't get tangled up. Haven't had any of those issues. Also, probably one of the most important staking features is it's called the bagless self-cleaning base. So what this means is you don't have to continue to clean out the actual vacuum. This vacuum will automatically dock, and then it will dock to this base, and that base will suck out all of the debris from the vacuum and put it into this canister, and the canister is bagless. okay? It is advertised as being able to hold debris for up to 30 days. It depends really on how I want to say dirty your house is, how much debris is being sucked up continuously by the Shark robot. But either way, that's a very cool feature, because I had a Roomba before, and that was one thing that I hated having to do, is cleaning it out. So it makes it super simple and easy. So great feature. Now talking about those pros, some of them do come with, I guess you could say, a caveat. Okay, mainly the two things, or the cons that I would have with this device, are the home mapping and the battery life. Okay, and I'll get to that in a second, because I really want to touch on another pro one more time. The ability to link this with Google Assistant is great, because now you have the ability to tie it into routine. So if I leave, I can just tell Google I'm leaving, and then I have a bunch of different home automation things that happen. All of my lights turn off, my doors locked, my security system arms, and then it will send the Roomba out to clean, which is great. Like I said, the home mapping feature, being able to tell the, I think I said Roomba, but I mean Shark. Being able to tell the Shark to go out and clean a certain room is great. Let's say if you spilled something on the floor, you can say, okay, tell Shark to clean living room, and it will go out to clean the living room or whatever room it is. So now doubling back a little bit and talking about the cons of the device, the home mapping feature. In the beginning, initially, it took quite a while for my Shark robot to map my house. I think Shark advertises like 10 to 12 runs to where it's supposed to be able to map your home. You can pull it up on your phone on the application, and you can go to map. And in the beginning, it will say, hey, does your home look like this? It'll give you a rough outline. And you can say either yes or no. You say yes, it will continue to build off of that map. If you say no, it will delete everything and it will start all over again. It took quite a while for the Shark to actually map my home, and it just never seemed to get it right until one day. So whenever this was happening, it was happening when I wasn't at work. When I wasn't at home and I was at work, it would go out and clean. And it seemed like, so two of these things sort of tie into each other, because the two cons, as I stated, were the mapping and the battery. And if the battery dies, this is a pro, it will go back and it will dock itself. It will charge the battery all the way up and then go back and clean. Now, the issue with it, at least from what I've been able to gather, is if you have it where it hasn't learned your house yet and it's still mapping the house and it dies somewhere, it goes back to clean or goes back to dock, it charges up, and then it goes out and it doesn't really know where it's at. And that's sort of the issue. There's a bunch of different things that I've noticed on how it tries to locate itself by specifically bumping into different objects that it mapped out so that it knows it's in the right location. But for whatever reason, when it has not mapped, it sort of makes sense intuitively. If it hasn't mapped out where it is, then when it goes out, it doesn't know where it is, and so it sort of gets lost. And so I do think that Shark could do a little bit better to fix that issue. Now, pro tip to anybody that wants to get your device to learn your house better, what you can do is, if you go into the application, you can actually pull up the different modes you want the vacuum to run in. If you run it in eco mode, it's eco-friendly, meaning that it's going to use less battery and it can run for a longer period of time. Now, what I did when I just sort of got fed up with this, because I was like, okay, this is taking way too long. I don't know why it's not mapping my house. I put it in eco mode. I deleted all of the mapping history and I sent it out to clean the house. And in the eco mode, because the battery lasts a lot longer, it was able to map maybe about 90% of my house before it had to go back to dock. Now, then when it docks, it does have to charge all the way to 100% before it gets sent back out. Also, I don't know if I said this already, but if the battery, if the bag, or if it gets filled with debris, it will go back to dock, empty itself, and then go back out again. So when I did this that one night, it mapped out about 90% of my home, and it went back to charge, and then it came back out to clean the whole house. Now it mapped out that additional 10% of the house, and then it went back around the home to make sure that it had mapped everything accordingly, doubling back just to make sure that it had gotten everything correct. And then by the end of that run, my entire house was mapped. So that's what I would recommend anyone do if you're having trouble with the mapping feature. This is something that should be fixed on Shark's and I don't know why it's not, but sort of is what it is. And then so to me, that con of the battery really isn't a con only in that regard, because if the battery runs out, it's going to go back to dock itself, charge up, and then go back out again. So it's not an issue. Now, if the battery was dying and it didn't know how to return to the dock, that'd be a problem. Now, 2 times has it happened where it was not able to return to the dock. The first time it happened was because, in my estimation, it didn't know where it was, and so because it didn't know where it was, it couldn't get back to the docking station in time to charge the battery, which makes sense. This is before it had mapped my house. So that makes sense to me. Now, the second time it happened was when it was next to my lanai where the sliding glass door is, and it was on an uneven surface, and it sort of stopped right there. I got a notification, and then I had to go fix it or move it over. Now, whenever you do this, just so you guys know, a pro tip, you're only supposed to move it within 1 foot of where it originally was, so it knows exactly where it is. Makes sense. But at this point in time, the battery had gotten so low that it wouldn't clean, so I had to go put it back on the dock. Now, it does come with these strips that you can block off so that it doesn't go to any particular place in the home. I didn't have to use them. I still have them inside the box, and you guys saw it on the unboxing video. I pretty much have just had doors closed where I don't want it to go, but that is something else that you can use. So overall, I think I touched on everything that I wanted to in terms of pros and cons with this device. I think at the price, it really offers a heck of a value at being about half the price of the Roomba S9 Plus and the i7. I think the i7 is around 800 bucks, so 200 bucks cheaper. But then the Roomba S9 Plus is like 1,000 bucks, so it's quite a bit cheaper. And they do roughly the same thing. Not really a huge difference. Now, I haven't reviewed those devices, but I have just looked at what they all offer, and it's pretty much the same thing. Something else that I didn't mention, it does have a cliff sensor, so that if you have this on the second floor and it gets close to the stairs, it will know not to go down the stairs and then turn right back around. So just wanted to throw that out there. So this is Max Tech Toy Box. Hope you guys enjoyed this video review. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if there's anything in particular that you guys want to know about this device or even other home products, smart devices, because you know that's sort of what I do. Let me know if there's anything you guys are interested in knowing. So until you guys see me again, stay safe. Peace.